What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and look, I finally got a haircut. So today is a pretty exciting day because we're pretty much wrapping up the car today. I have to put this on. Radiator support, we'll mount it up right here. That way I can start putting the radiator in, the fan shroud in, the intercooler in, and then hopefully we can start this car very soon. So anyway, let me set you guys up on a tripod and let's get started. Oh man, I'm so excited seeing this. This thing is looking sick. This is the first time I've seen this part of the car together in 5 months. I'm so excited right now. Like, oh man, this has been such a long journey, and I just really want to start this car and drive it and have it run right. This is super exciting. Like, if you're excited for me and you're excited with me, please be sure to go down, help the channel out, and support us by going down and subscribing below and turning on the post notifications, because we have so much more to come. Like, once this build is done, it's not stopping there. There's so much more, and we still have Steve swap a freaking 2JZ and a 240 single turbo, and he's got some crazy plans that had to be switched up. So look out for that video, because Steve's car is taking a whole different direction. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to this. We're gonna try and start plugging in the radiator and the fan and the intercooler, and yeah, we'll see what happens from there. Back to the time lapse.
Alright guys, we got the radiator in. We had to loosen up the radiator support just to give us a little bit more room. We don't want to ruin the fins that are on the radiator. And it slid right in. It's just a little weird because the radiator isn't really bolted up much. It's kind of like just sitting there. So it's a little odd, but we're figuring that out. We got to mock up the intercooler so we can see where to cut the, all the new pipe work and stuff like that.
The outlets.
The outlets. And yeah, so let's mock that up.
Alright, so we tried mocking up the intercooler and it's not even close to being able to fit. So we are going to start by just cutting like from right here. We're going to cut this whole area out. We're going to start little, and then we'll try and keep mocking it up and see what it takes to actually fit this big boy right here. Alright, so thanks to Steve
And my new sweater.
we finally have it all ready. Look at the difference between what was there
You
before.
cut a lot. I mean, all
was after.
this had plastic. The plastic was actually hanging like down here. So
And after cutting all this still is just enough.
it is
to
literally
clear it.
we're like spot on. It's just the intercooler is touching where it's supposed to on the radiator, and it's like just touching this plastic. So yeah, if you guys buy one of these, you got a lot to cut.
Go ahead, you got the update, you got it covered, go ahead.
Alright guys, update. We put in the fan, it slid right in. That was really easy. We put the AC lines, power steering cooler lines somewhere over there. And it's just quick plug. We still gotta put the upper radiator inlet, outlet, whatever. And now we are going to actually put the intercooler on. We're gonna use the jack to hold it up, because it is like 33 pounds.
That's right.
What's up, Ray?
Oh, not like this.
So yeah, we're gonna put the intercooler on. Try.
Alright guys, so we got everything pretty much in here. We got the fan shroud in, we got the radiator in, the intercooler's in. I'm pretty confident that it's good there, so we're gonna lower this.
For someone camera.
And that's sketchy. You know why it's sketchy? Because these bolts aren't in. So
yeah, we still gotta tie this up. We didn't tie this up yet, so we still gotta zip tie this to the fan shroud, right?
Yeah, we're gonna zip tie the inlet to the fan shroud just because if you see here, it might be dark for you to see, but
No, that's bright as hell.
it's very,
You got
very
lights, bro.
it's very limited clearance between the inlet and the belt, so it's a little sketchy. But
We still gotta put these on.
yeah, we'll put the oil cooler lines on right
You don't need
here.
oil.
Nah, who needs oil on their cars? Yeah, so we'll put the oil cooler lines on. Then we're gonna go eat, and then when we come back, we're gonna finish up the radiator with the hoses, throw the JB4 in and the MHD tune, and hopefully get this car its first start. But you guys are gonna have to wait for another video for that. Not even accomplished to get it on. Makes no sense at all. It just shows the lack of experience of a mechanic that I am, and I'm YouTube certified, and I know you're recording all of this.
Hey, Pat.
What?
What do you have, Vargas, right? All right, so Vargas Racing Turbos, they tell you to put some 2050 synthetic racing oil. So, as I'm putting this in, I realized something kind of cool. It's green.
Well, this video took a turn. Definitely was not expecting this, but so as you guys saw, everything was buttoned up. We were gonna end the video on a good note, and then, you know, start a new video with, you know, everything getting ready to be started. We put fluid in, we put some coolant in, we put power steering fluid in, bled the system, we put engine oil in, and I even coated the injectors. But as I was coating the injectors, I said, hey Steve, I said, you know, let's make sure that there's no leaks.
Yeah, so remember how we said coolant in? If you look under the car, there's also coolant out.
We got a leak right here and a bad leak back there. So, alright, number one leak is, we believe it's right here. The coolant that goes to like the oil cooler right here. I believe this line was leaking. You could feel it and you could see it's dripping. And as I do this right now, I'll show you guys my finger. And yeah, you can see it's wet there.
That's an easy fix.
And then underneath, the difficult fix.
Real difficult fix. We went under the car and we investigated, and it seems like the rear turbo coolant line is leaking really bad.
As you guys saw in the video of installing the turbos, we made sure we clamped everything down. We did everything that we could. And I mean, maybe we missed something. Maybe as we pushed in the line, an O-ring gasket could have went.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think the O-ring gasket either like peeled back as we pushed in or got pinched, crimped.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
So we're debating the options now of whether to go full send and remove the motor again, or we're thinking about going another route, which is taking off the outlets.
Yep.
We're gonna try and take off the rear outlet, the front outlet. We'll have to remove it from the intercooler, which was very difficult to put on, and maybe remove the downpipes. And with that, we should have ample room to see from up top and down low to see exactly where the leak's coming from. And if it's something that can be fixed without taking the motor out, then that's good for us. So we'll keep you guys updated on what's going on. We're gonna try and see whatever our options are, and we'll keep you guys updated.
All right, so we got an update. We think we may have a solution to this major problem.
Guess what? Steve said he was gonna leave like an hour ago, and he doesn't want to leave because he wants to see me fix this. He doesn't want to see me fix it.
That's it. I'm gonna have a hard time sleeping tonight, knowing that this didn't run. So down there, well, can't really see much of this light in the way, but down there we made some room. We took off the downpipes. You can see they're over here, and we took off the rear outlet, and it gave us a lot more access to see the coolant lines. So we found out it 100%. It's the coolant line onto the rear turbo.
It's definitely the coolant line to the rear turbo. It's definitely it. We can feel like the water there dripping. You can see it dripping.
We can see it dripping from
and
there.
I can see the main coolant line that's in the center, and I can also feel the top one that's in the top if you're looking at the motor this way, it would be in the top left, the top upper coolant hose, like where that line's running down. I thought it could have potentially have been like, it could have been leaking from there running down the line, and that's why we could have felt it, but I felt it there and it's dry.
It's dry.
So it's 100% from the turbo.
Yeah. So
I do have extra coolant O-rings.
You do. So we think it's the O-ring.
So we're gonna.
That's probably pinched or cracked or something, even though they were replacing it new. But maybe during install they might have slipped or something.
So the idea is, like Steve said, we're gonna go down there. I'm gonna go down there, and I'm gonna try and remove that. If I can remove it and visibly see it.
Oh, hey bud.
If I can remove it and visibly see it, I definitely will be, you know, trying to take it out. And all right, what are you
You're
showing?
dirty,
my
man.
left sleeve?
You're dirty.
Yeah, look.
Look at that. He's working hard. He's going in and out underneath the car. He's going nuts.
It's 1 in the morning. I want to get my car to start.
It's 1 in the morning.
It's definitely 1 in the morning.
1:17 in the morning. Oh, look at that car. Look at that sexy car in that background. Oh yeah.
We ain't giving up. We can't give up.
Nope.
What's that?
This coolant leak has to stop.
Gotta stop before I go to sleep. That O-ring right there, that is what caused the coolant leak from the turbo. I guess when we put it in, it pinched, and yeah, there you go. So now I gotta, you know, take a video and check inside of the turbo, make sure that this is not in there. And then luckily I have 2 extra ones right here in this bag, and I'll be able to replace both of them, and hopefully that's the fix. Alright guys, I did a terrible job filming this all, but it was very hectic. I'm by myself. I was very annoyed, anxious, like just pissed off. I was cursing and everything, so there's really not much I could have filmed under there by myself, but I got the O-ring on. It was a pain, cut up my hands and everything like that. I also figured out that the bolt that was for the coolant lines, we had to go and buy a bolt from Pep Boys in a couple videos ago when we installed the turbos and everything, and we actually didn't put enough washers on there because when I was tightening it, it never tightened all the way down. So that definitely could have caused the leak, as well as the O-ring that was no good. So new O-ring on, and then there's an extra washer on there now. So it actually snugged down when I tightened it, and you know, as of right now, I put coolant in, and I checked underneath the car, there's no leaks. I do still have to replace this gasket right here because it's leaking very, very little. So I'm gonna go ahead, buy that gasket, have that sent here, then that way I can, you know, wrap that up. But for now, I'm keeping the coolant in the reservoir. I am, you know, going to go ahead, button up the electrical stuff like the JB4 and stuff like that. So then that way, in the next video, we actually will be able to start this car up. Hopefully, unless, you know, something crazy like this happens again. But anyway, thank you guys for sticking around. I'm sure this video is going to be pretty long, even with me editing it, just because it's been the course of like 3 to 4 days that this video has been going on. So always remember, work hard, stay humble.